Go back to our campaign. As a recap, we started our campaign as on the Confederacy side, where we built our fish boat. Unfortunately, in summer of 1862, we survived the attack from the US Navy at Norfolk, which was our previous location. However, we decided to remain in Norfolk and not change location. And then in autumn 1862, the US Navy took Norfolk and they gave us an ultimatum. We can go and work with the US Navy, move all our fish boats and our operations up to Washington, or we can be shot as traitors. All our crew and staff went to jail, apart from James McClintock. Since we believe in the freedom of all peoples, we decided to go and work for the US Navy. So we are now a commissioned fish boat. We have our mission card. So we belong to the US government and we work for them. So there's quite a few changes being a commissioned officer. Our fortune's money gone. We are now $5 in debt. We are based now in Washington and we have one crew member. So our fish boat at the moment is still not seaworthy. To become seaworthy, you need a propeller, a steering link, and a hatch or an engine. It probably will be a hatch. So we now resume in the winter of 1863. So we have no income, £0 income, no contracts, no winter investors. So that's our income phase done. So now we roll for our fortunes of war. I don't know what these are like. The US Navy, never played the US Navy side. So we roll a 4. We are in winter 1863. For a 4. The widow of a fallen associate who enlisted at the first call for volunteers reminds you of her son's patriotism. Paid $2 to help her through the winter. Okay, so now usually we're not allowed to go into debt, except through the fortunes of war. So our $5 is now -$7. Our actions. So our first action, we want to get our seaboat. We at least want to start putting our purchase orders because now we don't buy our items, our boat parts. We now have to requisition them. So our actual actions, we've got one action. After that one action, we are going to do a purchase order. So for our purchase order, select up to 6 components and place them next to the gauges board. It's a slot for purchase orders, which is up here. You must satisfy the expertise level. Actually, our expertise is 5. So let's put our expertise up. Okay, so what can we get for 5? We can get a propeller, a hatch, which is what we need. Might even try for 2 hatches. Level tank. We can't get our level tank because it needs expertise 6. Steering link is a 5. So we can purchase up to 6 items. Okay, our keel weights always useful. We've already got our ballast tank. Dart plane's apparently useful as well. Not going to cost us anything. That's 4. And our gear and the gearbox. Why not? We can go for 6. So let's try and get 6. We still need our level tank. But we can't. So we have 6 items. We then roll on our purchase order table. So we have a purchase order table. So component 6, if you roll a 3 or 4 or less, our order is rejected. 5 or 6, it's a lost order, so we need basically a 7 or more. Modified, 1 pair investor, we've got none. +1 after dice rolls, spend extra action or 3 black cubes, we've got neither. Spend $5, we have neither. -3 Baton Rouge, so that doesn't matter. So we really want a 7 or more, and we put them that many seasons ahead. How many dice are we rolling? 2 dice. Oh, we're going to get 7 or more for 2 dice. But we really unlucky we don't get 7 or more, yeah. 17. Nice high number. That's got to be worth 1 season. Problem I have is I really want a level tank, and apparently we have a seaworthy boat, and a level tank doesn't count as being required for a seaworthy boat. We get put onto a sand. Do we need the level tank? So usually, if you not quite sure what an item does, look into the encyclopedia. You actually need the level tank if you've got dart planes. Okay, so these are going to go. We've got 17. These are going to go 1 C. So these are all going to go, yeah. We have a. We should have somewhere. I want to say if there's that one. So we are going to put a delivery token down in spring. That's when our purchase orders come good. We still got to spend an action to bring them in. Okay, so that's our one action we can do in winter. So in the for the US Navy, our camp phase, we've got no one in the sick bay. We do the event. So the event is winter 1863. The event. A newspaper clipping from the Philadelphia Inquirer is passed through the lines. Its headline: "The government submarine vessel." If you detonate the weapon during a mission this campaign, successfully or not, raise the alert level by 1. We haven't. If no detonation, make an alert check. So we have to do a alert check, just to remind us what that is. Campaign playrate for and find an alert check table. No personnel cards in play, which is 1. Got a feeling that it might be okay in terms of raising the alert level. 1. Yeah, so I'm not even going to roll the dice. We've got 1 in play. They're all blank. This reduces the alert level by 1. Actually, I will roll then because the alert level's on 1. So because if we roll a 10, we get a deduction. If we look at 10 dice, and we rolled a 6. So nothing happens. So what we would do now is there's an extra step called the assignment step. If we had a seaworthy fish boat, which we don't, we'd have to roll a dice and you get assigned to a different location. Oh, that's done. Next season, so we move to spring 1863. Our deliveries come good. We have to spend an action to do it. We have 3 actions. We get 0 money. So let's just roll for our fortunes of war because we have no income. And we've rolled a 3. So fortunes of war for spring 1863. A 3, oh, big one here. Congress passes a law making correspondence between persons of the United States and the present pretended rebel government a criminal act. Roll a die. Roll a die. 5. If the number rolled is even, so we don't do that. If odd, an associate is in a bind. He's in a hurry to find a safe haven from some of his assets. You may make an investment check this season with a +2 modifier. The modifier applies to only one investment check. So it's a shame we do not have any money to invest. I mean, we've actually had to have money to invest. You can invest 0. So it makes sense to either do that. I think these are +2 similar anniversary reminders. Got to remember we have got a +2 modifier. They might be going somewhere. Okay, so our actions. Well, let's get our modified investment check over and done with. So, action 1, we will do an investment check. So this is the investment check table. We are doing 0 investments. We've got a +2 modifier. So we still need to roll a 6 and a 7 gives us $1. 10 or more, we get $4. It's not going to put us back in the black. But let's see what we roll anyway. Great, yeah. No surprise there. So we got our 4, which gives us no dollars. We're then going to do an action to bring our boat parts in. And we can now fit them to our boat. So our propeller, get this thing out of the way. Push it over a little, push our boat over a little bit. Our propeller goes there. I would like shroud as well. Shroud is pretty good. Our hatch, I'm going to stick it in the centre. We can only have one pitch order at a time. Let's put our steering link in. Let's put our keel weight in. Our dive planes can go the same place as our steering link. And our gearbox will go there. I would like a shroud, a snorkel. I don't think we need a level tank when we've got dive planes. Might be interesting to have one though. Okay, so we've got one more action left. So here's the thing about doing the assignment. Particularly one, if we haven't got a crew, I'm not quite sure how we can do assignments. Or whether we've got to go on assignments anyway with even no crew. But the assignment check. If commissioned the US plane where you voluntarily perform an assignment check. But that's not true because it's mandatory because of our car, because we're in Washington. The fish boats are not seaworthy assignment. So the assignment check doesn't send us out on a mission, so that's fine. If you seaworthy, the fish boat must have a prow and a stern, a steering link, a propeller, and either a hatch. Yeah. So we do have to. So what I'm going to do, I think, is recruit for our last action. So in Washington, I can either recruit 1 journeyman, 4 sailors, or 1 mechanic. I have to pay for journeyman and mechanic. Got no money, I'm in debt, so I'm going to recruit 4 sailors. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have Corporal Charles Miller, Seaman William Ross, 3 strength, first time in strength above 2. But it does give us a red cube for each mission. You have to pick them on. I believe this is for Lieutenant Helfridge Castilla is an Iron Man, so he takes 2 panic tokens, or 2 tokens before he becomes panicked. gives us 1 experience, and he gives us a rally token to start off with. Pretty decent 21 strength though. And Stephen Frank Snow, 2 strength, does go skills, gives us a black cube to counter the white cube. So not too bad. You stick them down there. James is going to have to learn to work with these US Navy guys. Now we are at end of season, so sick bay event. The event for spring 1863. I don't know what those blockades are. There's some like blockade pages in the almanac, but I don't know what they're for. They haven't come across them. So spring 1863. The event. Rivalry between Gideon Wells, top secretaries, divert resources and personnel in the Department of the Navy. The result is confusion. If your fish boat is seaworthy, you must make an assignment check this season. If not seaworthy, add a red cube to the fate pool. We are seaworthy. I'd like to be more seaworthy, but we are seaworthy. That's the event, and then we just go on to the assignment check anyway. Okay, so our assignment is we roll a dice, roll 1 dice, 1, and we are being assigned to Charleston Blockade. Charleston Blockade. Okay, so we are on Charleston Blockade. Our location reviews from Washington, keep it close by because we could end up going back to Washington. And we put the Charleston Blockade. We're on the East Coast Squadron. I mean, we haven't really got. We really need crew. It'll change slightly. So we're in Charleston Blockade. That's the end of. I think this delivery has been done. Come off. That's the end of the season. So I'll move on to the next season, which is summer of 1863. We get 2 actions. Still getting no money. I've put the Charleston board out. I'm sure it's going to be needed. So we roll for Fortunes of War, which is a 2. Now, for Fortunes of War, this changes slightly because we use these blockades, and these blockades pages are just for the season only. The year is irrelevant. So we've got a 2. Your ship's stores are discovered to be not as advertised. Most of your crew's food is either spoiled or weevilly. Fresh into gin, sir. Roll a die. 1. Get some rubbish numbers tonight. If even, there's grumblings, but that's to be expected. This result has no effect. If odd, place 1 person in sick bay. And I think it's anyone we want, I'm guessing. So let's add Corporal Charles Miller into sick bay. So sick bay. That goes there, so that's our sick bay. So we're on charge for blockade, which doesn't seem to be doing very different, really. So we now have we have 3, 4, 5. We've now got 6 experience. So action 1, I am going to recruit 2 sailors from our location. And we have John Lambert, 2 strength, nothing else. Corporal Philip McCarran gives us a black cube, 1 strength, and he's doing mechanical orders. Not particularly great. We need to really get some money. And then the rubbish because they're giving us no real experience on it. We're on 6 experience. Don't need a level tank, but I would like snorkel 7 experience. That's not happening. Just for do the hatch. Let's not waste an action. Can we do any contracts in? No, do no contracts. If we have a look at the improved stuff, this experience a lot more. We need nav for an improved propeller. Strad's pretty good for 4. An improved steering link's 11. Oh. We want a hatch as well. So we really need to get our experience up because we can't get the good stuff. We need at least 7 so we can get a snorkel. Hatch and a shroud. Put 3 in might be worth. So do we just recruit again and hope we get something decent? We do want to stay in the Charleston blockade. I could invite the mission board out. Let's recruit again. Do a recruitment again. 2 sailors. Okay, well, yeah, that's good. We've got a captain. Amos Foster gives us our 1 experience that we were after. 2 strength. Iman pretty much does the lot. Well, I need another one as well. Major EB Hunt. He gets us a black cube when we hire him. Oh, well, we didn't hire him. He just gets commissioned. Another experience, a recycle token. No strength, but 2 decent. 3 members there. And we get a black cube. That's the end of our actions. So now we roll for sick bay. If odd, he stays in sick bay. Even if he comes out, 1 he dies. Oh, he's dead. So our good rolls continue. This guy is now, unfortunately, succumbed to his injuries. He's dead. So let's just put him in the graveyard over there. The event, Charleston blockade, which is a summer blockade. Infernal contractions and idle sailors make an alert check. If there is no change to the alert level, roll a die. If the number rolled is even, okay, let's do an alert check first. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. So let's find the alert check table with 8 people. There's the alert check table. So we're looking at this column. And we are rolling the die. And we've got a 7. 8 people with a 7, no difference. So back to the event. Okay, summer. So we roll another dice again. And it's odd. If odd, add a red cube. If it was even, we'd add a black cube, but we are rolling bad tonight. Oh, and our rolls are going against us. Our fishboat is not going to have a happy ending. Okay, then we may do an assignment check. I think we will. I don't think we want to stay in the blockade. So for our assignment check, 1 to 7 is no change. 8 to 10, we go back to Washington. So we want 8 to 10. A 5, yeah, just shouldn't have bothered. Okay, next season. So we had autumn. You get 2 actions. That's useful. So at the end of the year. 2 actions. Autumn 1863. Just check our expertise. Oh, we lose our expertise. Our shop has no expertise now. So because we're on the blockade, we're just in the middle of nowhere. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's come back down to 5. Let's roll for our fortunes of war. 5. When in autumn, he clocked in good. One of your men brawls, malcontent aboard a nearby sloop. Add the black cube to the fate pool and deduct 1 action this season. That's 1 action. If I have to explain the actions of this crew to the Rear Admiral again, I'll have you all dunked and killed. Boom. Oh. I don't want to keep on firing, guys. I might just put a page order in for our 1 action. I'm going to put a page order in for just 2 items, which is the shroud and the hatch. So really I can I got the experience for. That's 2 items. So I'll purchase order table, 2 items. You might get them straight off. We won't get them straight away because this is our only action, and it takes an action to determine when they're going to come in. So we're rolling at 8. Oh, it's 2 dice. Doesn't really matter. And 11 is 0. So they are immediately available, but we still need to spend an action to bring them in. So I'll just move this to delivery for next season. And we are now going to do we've got no one in sick bay, so we're going to do the event. The event for Autumn Blockade. Devilry in the water soon fetches the curious or harbours inscrutable mischief. If the late level is 1 or less, making a late check, it is. In 2 or more, it isn't. So we just need to do it in a late check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. 8 people for our alert check. Yeah, let's roll a die. 7 means nothing happens. And then we want to do an assignment check because you don't want to stay in this blockade. So, so we've got a better chance this time. 1 to 4, no change. 5 to 10, Washington. I mean, you could also could have used the build action to characterize our boat. You know, it's not to get assigned to Washington, but 5 to 10, we should get that. Yeah, 2. Okay. Of course, we should get that. So we stay in charge on the blockade. Okay, so where are we at now? We are now in winter 1864. We haven't even done a mission yet. We need to get a mission done. Even if it's a training mission. I want at least 1 training mission. Our training level to level 1. Okay, income. Actions first. Actions, we've got 1 action. Income, we've got no income. So we can't add any of the good guys, like the mechanics of genuine. 1 action. I don't know what this action is going to be anyway. It's very leave that stuff in. Fortunes of War. A 9. First eye number of the night. So Fortunes of War for Blockade Winter. Morale is slumping. If you don't perform a mission action this season, add a red cube to the fate pool. Might as well just add that now because we go down to our ship. Our weight is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 weight. So we need at least 14 just to get a decent power grade in terms of men. William Ross is a 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13. Oh, we're one short. We had one more. Equal to puts us on a power grade of D, and the gearbox would improve it to C. Do we just do a training mission and take that risk? Our dice rolls are being rubbish tonight. If we do the training mission and hire anyone else, we'd lose our training mission, so it's just not worth it. So let's just throw a red cube into the pot because we're not doing the mission this season. Maybe next season. Maybe after we've done a couple more hires. So although all we're going to do this season is our purchase order. If you can't take them in the year they come in, they just hang around. So we're doing a deliver build action to bring this purchase order stuff in. I'm going to add them to our boat. So we've got a shroud, which goes into our propeller. Okay. So our shroud goes here, protect the propeller, and we've got a second hatch, which I will put all our better guys down that in. So let's put our hatch up there. Could do with snorkel as well. So done. Nothing in sick bay, so let's do the event. We need to get off this blockade. Events for winter. Eyes and ears are everywhere. Note the alert level. If it's 1 or less, increase it by 1. There you go. Our bad luck continues. And doing this, then that's that done. So we can do an assignment check, which we will. 1 to 3 is no change. 4 to 10, Washington, refer to Washington. We're definitely going to go back to Washington, I think. I'm going to go like 4 to 10. 8, there we go. So we're going back to Washington. So we're now in the spring of 1864. We still haven't done a mission. We get 3 actions. It's definitely going to be our last season before we do a mission in the summer. We've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Middle are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we now have 8 experience, 8 expertise, which is enough. I think we don't need our level tank. It is enough to get a snorkel. I think that's about it. Is it worth 1 action to get a snorkel? There's a lot of hard navigation cards that affect the snorkel. So let's go back here. So we're back in Washington. With all our experience, we've not got an extra 3 experience, taking us 8 expertise. Got 3 actions, so I'm tempted to. So 1 will become available. So we've used 2 actions again, our snorkel, and recruit action, or final recruit action, because we get 4 seamen. And then in the summer next year, we can start doing a mission. We can do a training mission, and then maybe something else. So that's the plan, I think. So pitch order for a snorkel. Need 7. There's nothing really, no other equipment I can really get a periscope. I've never had a periscope before. You want periscope just for the fun of it? You might as well, because 1 or 2 items is the same. So you might as well get 2 items rather than none. Just 1. You get another hatch. Yeah, and I don't feel right not having a level tank. There you go, 3 items. Let's roll 2 dice. There's actually one for our purchase order. And we're looking for 2 dice. We are looking for a 9 or more. 13. So these actions become available straight away. So we spend an action to bring these in to our boat. Add these both into our boat. We've got a snorkel. We've got a periscope. It's the biggest boat I've ever had as a level tank. I feel safe. Feel right now that we've got a level tank. You know, it wasn't really required because we've got dart planes. Let's go check our weight. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. And then our last action is going to be a recruit action. We're going to take 4 sailors. So our 4 sailors. 4 sailors. So we have the John Doe, an Iron Man, 2 strength, pretty good. Stephen Joseph Bates, an Iron Man, 2 strength. John Doe Stephen, Iron Man, 3 strength. They've got no skills apart from Iron Man, which is pretty good because it allows panic and stuff. And Ben Claypool, 3 strength, and he's a repair guy. That's not too bad. I think we could definitely go on a mission next season, at least training level mission. That's all our actions done. No one in sick bay, so let's do the event. The event we are in the spring of 1864. In an ongoing effort to rid his department of corrupt engineers, Gideon Wells dismisses 20 men. If the alert level is 2 or less, it is. Really? Increase it by what? 3? There you go, that's the event done. So we have to do a mandatory assignment check. And okay, these are assignments. 1 to 4 Charleston blockade, 5 to 6 mobile blockade, 7 to 9 City Point, and Washington. So a good high number there. And we've got a 4. So we're back onto Charleston blockade. There we go. Back onto Charleston blockade. So next season, summer, we have 2 actions. I think we're definitely going to do a mission action this season, summer. No income, doesn't seem to really matter. It's commissioned. So we're going to roll for a Fortune of War. 10. So summer 1864 blockade. All them boats creak and groan and the wind is a whisper. This result has no effect. Okay, so now we'll do an action. So we will do an action. We'll do a training mission. So I think you've got enough crew. So we're going to do a training mission just to get us to level 1. So our aim is to get from level 0 to level 1. So we need to move the fish boat to an adjacent position and return. Also, if the fish boat has a hatch, it must submerge to below. The fish boat must have more black cubes than red in the fate pool. That's going to be... well, maybe not. We've got the guy to give us black cubes. If there's 2 times more black cubes than red cubes in the fate pool, you may gain the investor. It's unlikely that's going to happen. Let's do a training mission. Our mission starts on the Charleston board. So where we look, so we're pretty much going to start there. Yes, we're going to tow. Oh, there's a tow launch. I'm not quite sure what a tow launch is. So we will start there. We're just going to go north, I think. So we're actually starting the sea because we're in the blockade. Of course, we're blockading. So our aim we'll need to go to here. This is going to be a lot harder than what it should be. Because these nav penalties here. Drop to it takes a couple of goals to get to below shallow, and then move back again. Toe launch. I'm not quite sure. The toe launch we do. Go toe check. First, we've got to assign our crew. So we've got all these sailors. Got some good sailors here. That's I think we're definitely going to keep. Definitely want some of these Ironman sailors in there. I'm actually not even quite sure I even care. I don't really want him now because I don't want this red cube. So he can stay in the shop. We're going to put this guy in. Oh, this is me across. So we can have three guys in here. So this guy can go in. I think um, this guy with the Iron Man. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strength so far. Um, this guy with the Iron Man token doesn't do much, but gives the Iron Man token. This guy can go in because he gives us. Actually, I'm going to move this guy with the Iron Man into these there over here. So we've got an Iron Man token there as well. Or Iron Man guy. He can go here. This guy, he does everything. He seems to waste. I'll tell you what, this sailor can go over here, and he can go here. So we're going to get 1, 2 more black cubes. Our strength is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Our strength is 20. Doesn't make any much difference, to be honest. I think that actually says 12, but there we go. Our strength is 20. So we go back to the board. Strength of 20 is not times 2, so it is a C power grade. But we do have a gearbox, which increases it to a B. So we now do the rest of our setup. So we need to roll some dice. So we're basically setting up according to this over here. So we zoom in here. So we're going to check our visibility, which is not going to be important because it's a trainer mission. Drift intensity, which is going to determine really if this mission is going to be a success or not. Atmospherics is not going to be important. Drift direction will be on this map. And slack water, we will not be really using it. We shuffle it in because we can't afford to put red cubes. So let's roll some dice. The first is for visibility. And we have a 7. So a 7. We are in the summit. So we look at this map, this section here. And the 7 is dim. Drift intensity is what's important here when we want a high number. 7's good. That's what we wanted. I think it's calmed. Atmospherics is not going to be important. 5, which is drizzle. Drizzle, we'll just put it there. It's not ready. It won't come into play. And drift direction will. So drift direction is this here. So we really want a 1 to 5 because we're going up out of the sea. A 1 to 5 we can. 7. Not great. So we could go south. But if we go south, we are into a location with enemy eyes. So we'll have to do target checks, which is not really what we want to do in a in the training mission. So we just have to take our look. Okay, so now black water card, just got to shuffle in. We can put 2 red cubes to place it, but we don't want the 2 red cubes in the. So let's just shuffle that in. So now we're in the toe position. We have to do a toe check. So refer to the toe check table, which is on the mission board somewhere. So we are looking at this up here. This toe check table up here. Found the column corresponds to the drift intensity. So we want this column. See how much more difficult it would have been. Training level 0, it would have been almost impossible to pass this check. So we just need a 4 or more. We've been rolling. So we really need a 4 or more. We can add black cubes to give us a modifier. Yeah, 07. So there you go. We passed our toe check. Oh. So cube thing. So these cubes here, we're putting in 3 red and 4 black. We want it to end at least like that. So the first thing we do is we follow the mission sequence of plate. First thing we do is assign orders. So the 3 orders we can assign are repair, mechanical, and steering. We're not going to do any repair orders because we've got nothing to repair. So steering order, we'll give it to the steering guy. Oh, and we do start with 2 rally markers from these guys. It's pretty good. And the mechanical order, the only thing we really need to mechanically control is our ballast tank to drop us down to a wash. So I can go to this guy because he's got his mechanical orders. You could also go to this guy over here. You can't see him, he's just off screen. So let's just put them like that. So this guy in the crowd could get it, but we're going to give it to this guy, mechanical orders. Navigate. So we've got a steer rod, so we're going to go. And I'm thinking we only have to move. Okay, I'm going to change slightly. I was going to go this way, but I think I'm going to go this way to blockade east flank. There's no enemy eyes, and this nav is only going to move us 1 to the right. If we go north, this is going to penalise us 2 to the right. So we are going to move there. I need the green cube. We start on the surface. We're going to move down to a wash. We've still got to get down to below. Then we draw a navigation card. We are not with the direction because we went horizontally. So we are B. We are getting this to drop us to C, which is a red cube. We don't want a red cube. So what we're going to do, we are going to our crank. We're going to put full crank, which is going to put us back onto B. Oh, first thing we do is this one, which is if below and no snorkel, we get a fatigue, which is not going to happen. And if strong or weak current, we'd have to choose a column to the right. So that's why the drift intensity is quite important. Then we look at this and we're going to put our crank intensity on full. So we will have to place a fatigue token, but nothing else happens. So our fatigue token is going to go on this guy, and that's the navigation phase done. Got no repair orders. We're not going to use any of our rally tokens. So draw a discovery card. So visibility and atmospherics is going to change. This is not going to make any difference at all, but I'll roll for them anyway for completeness. So visibility is going to change to not. It's going to stay. No, it's going to change to bright. And atmospherics is going to change to 7, which is haze. Haze. So that's actually not too bad. We don't really mind this. They're not negative. They're not malfunctions. Not end the mission. So I'll go back to orders. We're going to keep our orders the same. So mechanical steering, both not incapacitated. We are going to then move. We're going to go south into the outer estuary. This time we are with the drift, which is another reason to come this way. We're going to go down to Willow, satisfying one of our requirements for our training mission. So now we draw a navigation card. We are on B. We have no penalty. Oh, we've got this one again. It below and no snorkel. Fail. We have got a snorkel. Or fail fatigue. And if it was a strong current, which it isn't, you would have to shift the right. So we are with the current, which is a B. So our intensity, we're going to put on easy, which means we can actually add a black cube or remove fatigue. Done. So that's a navigation card done. The repair and morale boost. Yeah, no malfunctions in play. And the crank intensity is easy. So we can add a black cube, which really does help. We're not going to spend the rally token, so we get a discovery card. And we have malfunction. Mechanism with the most malfunction markers if it's high, a random malfunction. So for a random malfunction, we roll 2 dice. And we get 15. So we look at the back of the encyclopedia, and 15 is our propeller. It both has a shroud malfunction instead. So we have a shroud malfunction, it doesn't actually give any effect. But come back to our boat. Our shroud gets the malfunction marker. You can't actually repair that until we are safe sort of wash, which is going to be next round anyway. Okay, so we can now start heading back. So our repair orders, I'm going to give a repair order. Oh, okay, I'm going to move the steering order to this guy. He's still adjacent to the steering link, so he can give a steering order or both, because I want to give a repair order to this guy, because he's adjacent to our shroud, and he can, once we go back up to a wash, he can repair our shroud. Okay, So navigation phase, we are going to move back up. We're going to move back up to a wash. We get our navigation card. If a wash or below and no snorkel, panic. We have got a snorkel. If strong or weak, shift to the right, we are on calm. Makes a massive difference. Okay, so now our intensity is, we are not with the current. We have a penalty of once the right, we are on drift. So we are going to have to go to full intensity, which is going to give us a fatigue token, which back to B, which is going to be a panic token. So we're going to get a fatigue and a panic token. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go to. So our fatigue can go to this guy, and our panic token, we want to put on one of the Iron Man guys because it becomes a terror token first. So well, there's a terror token, which has no real effect unless you get a second one. So repair. So we got in a wash, so we can repair the shroud. So this malfunction token comes off. Oh, except, hold on, give me a second. There is usually a repair thing here, which is same sort of wash only during the nav phase. If full or strain, we are on full repair and panics. No, then let's change things around a little bit because if we do that, we could get in the repair thing because it's still got the repair action, and this can go to any one of our other. This 10 token go to any one of our other Iron Man, so we can go there. And the reason for that is because this repairman now panic because we are on full intensity. So he gets a terror token because he's an Iron Man. There we go. So, oh, rally. Do you want to spend a rally marker? I think we're comfortable at the moment. So we get a discovery card. Random malfunction. These up here are not going to come into play because we're not going into any areas with enemy eyes. So just roll for a random malfunction. And we're rolling a 9. And the 9 is our engine. Since you haven't got an engine, nothing malfunctions. We are not in our start position, so we go around again. Orders, this time. You can do the mechanical bill and the steering link. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to give it to this guy. Nothing to repair. Done. So we go back to surface. We're going to move it here. On start position, we are drawing a navigation card. Oops. So we've moved back up to here and we've gone back to the surface. Right, so this is not good. Shouldn't really make much difference, to be honest. Okay, we're still not with the drift because we moved sideways. We have a penalty on the board of right. So from B, we're on drift. We don't want to move to drift, so we're just going to stay on full intensity. So we will get a fatigue token and a panic and this gives us a panic token. The bottom didn't do anything again because the drift intensity is calm. So if this is not going to really matter because the panic token can go on this guy as a terror, the fatigue token can go over here. But at the end, discovery card, rally. I might as well use the rally marker since it's the last round. And I can just remove all fatigue and from an area. I should use both of them. It's really not going to matter. So I remove those two fatigue. Discovery card. Another random malfunction. I think this will have an effect at the end. Another 9 would be nice. A 3. So 3 is our ballast tank. Okay. So a ballast tank has a malfunction. We get a red cube, or dive 1 elevation level and in no level tank. Okay. So we really want to we're going to have to take the red cube because we don't want to dive 1 elevation level because we want to end the mission. So we're going to get a red cube. I think we might be okay because of our rank intensity. Okay. So now the end of mission, if the fish boat is in launch position and it's at surface, the mission may end. So we're going to end our mission there. So now we continue. So we now do the mission aftermath. We do the recovery sequence. So from our player aid recovery sequence. Training level improves. We do go to training level 1. Assuming we have more. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black cubes and 4 red cubes. Clear the fate pool, so these cubes go back out to into this supply. Repair checks. So we have got a malfunction marker. Go to our boat. We have got a malfunction marker on our ballast tank. So all malfunction markers must be recycled. Check each by paying $1 and then rolling a die. Commission USA, do not pay for each malfunction marker. Repair is free. There you go. It is free. It's the benefits of being. We have no leaks. Job done. That was all. How many actions are we on here? 2. And then all these tokens come off the crew. Okay. So I'm not. So we could do another mission. The problem we have is we have no. We have no weapon on our ship. We really need to do a purchase order for. Our experience is not high either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 experience, expertise. And to get a weapon, we could get a short spar. It's risky. You could put a purchase order in forward, like to get a commission, a concussion check. 7. If we go back to Washington, Autumn, it gets a little bit harder because the drift intensity. So if you look at our almanac, for mission types, we could do a spy mission. We could do a delivery mission. We can't do a ship mission. See that name? We can't do a bridge, dock, or obstruction torpedo mission. We could do another training mission, I suppose. Okay, so let's see mission type table. Dock, ship, spy. It's likely we're going to get a dock mission, which is we need a weapon. If we do if we get a mission where we need a weapon and we don't have a weapon, then it automatically gets hull cord and a small charge, which is not going to be great. I'm tempted to do a second training mission. So to get up to the second one, same as level 0, but the fishboat must move 2 positions from the launch phase. And you must have at least 3 black cubes to gain an investor. So you must finish with more black cubes than red cubes, at least 3 times. So we won't get an investor, but because we move 2 spaces anyway. So I'm tempted to do another training mission because we will start with less red cubes because the last cubes got recycled. So let's do another training mission. The advantage of doing getting up to training level 2 is we get one of these bonuses, which is either going to be extra strength, an extra mechanical order. I'm not sure what that means, an extra black cube, or a teamwork repair. It means 2 people can repair the same item. Not quite sure what the advantage of that is. So let's do a training mission. We're going to start exactly where we were last time, so we will have to do a tow check. We're going to enter the same place. So we'll go over here. We'll see what the drift direction is first and then decide where we're going to head. So let's set up our mission. So visibility is going to be 10, which is inky, which would be good for enemy eyes, but we're not going to enter any enemy eyes. Drift intensity, this is the big one. This is what makes the difference. We want a 7 to 10. Okay, so now we're in a whole world of pain. It's strong. We might even do it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Athletics is not going to make any difference. 8, which is what we've got out. Drift direction. So to 8, the drift direction is going to remain this way. We are, to be honest, we might and even. So we're going to get 2 black cubes to start with. And we might even get past the toe check. So the toe check, we need 8. I've got a 3. We can't even have black cubes, that's all. I think it becomes a wreck if we fail the toe check. Toe check. 18. If less than the total check value, the check fails and the fish boat is swamped and sinks. It is lost. Replace the fish boat marker with the wreck marker. This ends the mission. We have to perform escape. And then playing the campaign, the wreck sequence. The fish boat may be salvaged. Okay, so first we have a wreck here. So you might actually lose some crew. So now we need to do the gate procedure. So for escape, roll a die, find result in the escape check table. The player aid is our escape check table. Here we go. Here's our escape check table. Okay, so let's roll a die, see what we're dealing with. 4. So incapacitated spaces is 0. We are on the surface. So I'm supposed to do here. If repelled by hand, use the column corresponding to the number of incapacitated spaces. The fish put it at 0. Surface, so we've got a 1. +2, the mission board is training New Orleans, Baton Rouge on Richmond. -1, -3, so effectively you've got a 1. If the number rolled is equal to or greater than the escape value, well, yeah, 1. So we have to get more than a 1, and we got a 1, thanks to our strong drift intensity. Okay, perform safety escape steps 1 to 3. Right. Safe escape. So let's look at this safe escape. Gather together crewmen in the spaces of hatches and roll a die. The number escaped safely. They survive. So let's roll a die to see how many people. Oh, now we get a 10. So these guys survive. I just put them there because they survived. These guys survive. Gather together crewmen in the spaces adjacent to hatches and roll a die for each crewman. If you roll an 8 to 10, he survives. Really? That's hard, though. Harsh. If 7 or less, he perishes. If the crewman is panicked, roll 2 dice and select one the number rolled. So if you panic, you roll more dice, you've got more of a chance. Guessing you're pushing people out the way. Okay, so knowing the way are okay, so let's see how many people with that. So we're going to start with just going down. So these, I think these guys at the end, these guys have got to roll a 10. So let's do these guys first. If you're not panicked, so I'm going to do some good guys here. He needs to roll a 10. He rolled a 9. This guy's dead. He needs to roll a 10. He rolled a 2. Lost this guy. He's dead. These guys are next to the ash. So this guy's got to roll a 8 to 8 or more. Dead. Roll a 4. This guy, dead. Roll a 4. This guy, a 6, dead. And then these two guys. Ooh, why did we do the second training mission? 8 to 10. And 9, he survives. This guy, he's a really good guy. And 8, he survives. So we've got a skeleton crew left. 6 people. The only chance to shop because we're at the surface. Okay, and then we do the wreck sequence. So recycle the fishboat marker and replace the wreck marker. If wreck markers on the mission board, keep fishboat parts and malfunction markers. If no wreck markers, recycle fishboat markers. Clear all surviving crewmen of their markers, panic and fatigue. Remove, crewmen go to sick bay. Remove crewmen who did not survive, clear fake pool, and check investor sentiment. What that's supposed to mean. And fake pool goes, although we lose 2 black cubes as well. What do we do? So that's the whole procedure. I should have just done this when we got back to Washington. The Canyon salvage operation, but it'll be next season. So, good on. Panic and fatigue, clean and go to sick bay, do impact or fatigue. So it's fine. Clear fake pool, check the rest of second sentiment. We've got no vectors anyway. So that didn't end well. So next season. So at the end of the sea, that's all our actions done. Sick bay, got no one in sick bay. Event. So we don't actually want to move to, because we need to get our boat back. We need to do a salvage operation. So we're on blockade, so I think we've done this event before. Infernal contraptions and adult sailors, make an alert check. If there's no chase, the alert level, roll a die. If the number of rolls is even, add a black cube, or if it's odd, a red cube. So if it's got to do an alert check. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys. So we need to just roll a die. There we go, the 8. We seem to get good eye numbers when we don't need them, which is nothing. Nothing happens in the alert check. So we've got an even number now. Yeah, of course. Of course it is. So we get a red cube in the fake pool. I am not going to do reassignments because I think I need to stay on the Charlton to try and salvage our wreck. Okay, so next, this is autumn. We're going to get 2 actions. We've got no income. Roll for Fortunes of War. 3. I'm sure this is not going to be good. So, blockade, autumn. These are cantankerous machines here, and we scarcely have the tools to address the deficiency. Roll 2 dice to make a random malfunction check. If the sum gone as a malfunction, place the malfunction marker on the boat tile or mechanism and immediately perform repair check. If no malfunction is garnered, the fish boat is taken on water. Deduct one action and recycle a black cube from the fake pool. If not, recycle add a red cube. Shared the man speaks. Aye, things are not going well. So we have a 12. A 12 is a snorkel malfunction. At least we don't. We put a malfunction on this, and then we do a repair check. Remind me what the repair check is. Do not pay for each malfunction. Marker repair is free. Oh, I think I still need to. I think I still need to roll for a malfunction. Okay, so before. So this is the thing. I'm not rolling it back because the things are turning out badly anyway. But when we had a malfunction mark on the balance tank before, I should have still rolled for it. It's just not repair free. Or and if that failed, we wouldn't have had the ballast tank to do that last mission. So that's why I'm not rolling it back because that last mission just ended badly anyway. So we are rolling for the shroud and we want a even number. And we got a 2. So we just fix it. We fix the malfunction. So not knowing the rules before, it's cost us a boat. Okay, that's for actions. Did we lose an action there as well? No, we didn't because we had a malfunction. So first action is to try and do a salvage action. Never done a salvage action before. So do a salvage action. Action that costs one of the wreck markers. As long as the wreck markers are played, build a mission actions are prohibited. A fish boat that was lost in a position with enemy eyes can't be so they're done. Recycle the wreck marker, then pay $1 or more your choice of salvage, i.e. keep the number of parts indicated in the salvage cost table. If you are setting commission, either use the table or pay dollars and roll a die, keep that many. Use the table or pay and roll a die, keep that many parts. So because I've still got no money because we're still in debt, I've got to use the table. No, I've got to roll a dice and keep that many parts. This is where our good luck continues. So at Mac, we're going to be able to keep 10 parts. Here we go. 3. So we can keep 3 parts of our boat. 3 parts of our boat. There we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 parts. We can keep 3. Alright, let's just keep. Let's just keep. Let's just keep these there. Let's just keep that and that. That is now our fish boat. Here we go. That is our fish boat. Our last action, whatever. I guess the wreck marker now comes off. As you know, it is what it is. Which parts to keep. And if any mechanisms have malfunction markers, they don't. All this from a code check entire. So just drift intensity and kill an entire mission. I should have done it on the. Well, it is what. And then also our last action. So first do a start running a purchase order. Well, I can't because I've only got an 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 experience. 5 experience for giving me steering link, me dart planes, me propeller, a hatch, hero weight, and a ballast. I don't want to. I don't. I'm going to leave the ballast tank to the last. I don't want a seaworthy boat. The gearbox. So let's put in purchase order for our new stuff. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. Items. Roll 2 dice. And we get a 14. 1 month. It's not too bad. Where's our delivery token? Don't know where to put my delivery token. Oh, there it is. So that is going to come in winter 1865. Okay, that's our last action. Sick bay, no one. Event. Or winter blockade. Eyes and ears are everywhere. Note the alert level. If there's 1 or less, it isn't. If 2 or more, make an alert check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. I'm going to look back at this alert check table. 7 guys. That's what we get. We rolled a 9. We also get eye numbers, which is nothing. We don't even lower it. We always get eye numbers when we don't need them. And because we haven't got a seaworthy fish boat, we barely got a fish boat at all, we get redirected back to Washington, where we have 1 action. Okay, so now Fortunes of War. 8. Oh, we're at our final year. So we are in winter 1865. And we've rolled an 8. The second attempt to take Fort Fisher under Union General Alfred Terry succeeds, closing the port of Wilmington, the last safe port for blockade runners. The Confederacy is now cut off from foreign trade. The news lifts the spirits of many in the machine shop, but others realize time is running out for the profitable enterprise. Remove an investor of your choice. We haven't got any. If none to remove, recycle a black cube from a fake pool. If none, this result has no effect. Here we have 1 action, and our 1 action is going to bring in these guys. From here. We don't have to add them to our boat, I don't think yet. They're ready to add. So that's the end of that year, nice and quick. The event is for winter 1865. Rumours abound that journalist Francis Blair will meet with Confederate President Jefferson Davis to talk peace. Add a black cube to the fake pool. You take any bit of good news that we can get. Spring 1865. We are going to get 3 actions. Because we haven't got a fish boat, we cannot move and do an assignment check. We are now in Fortunes of War. And you roll a 4. This is spring 1865. I've got a feeling we're just going to run out our time here. And we're going to have abysmal result. Lincoln's second inaugural address is much different than his first. Its conciliatory phrase, with manners towards none, with charity for all, is hotly contested by some in your shop. Roll a die. 10. Here we go. If the number rolled is even, those who lost friends and family to the revolutionist scuffle with a fervent unionist in your shop. Select the person and put it in sick bay. So the only time an even effect is bad is when we actually roll it. I don't think it's going to matter much. This guy's going into sick bay. I'm not sure we'll get time to do another mission. So our expertise now is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reactions. Let's do a purchase order. Let's try and get. Let's maybe if if we're really lucky. So we want to get these two back. So that's 2 items. One our ballast tank. So that's 3. We're not going to go with that one. A hatch is 4. That's a second hatch. Snorkel, definitely 5. And we'll leave our level tank out. I don't think we need it because we've got dark planes. Shroud is 6. So there's our 6 items. Let's roll for our purchase order. Oh, 2 dice. 6 items. Oh, we roll a 7. So a 7 is 2 seasons. Um, so our delivery. So we just put those up there. Our delivery is going to come in autumn. So our very last season, we're going to have a delivery coming. Action 1, action 2, let's hire some sailors. So we can hire up to 4. There's 4 left. So we 1, 2, 3 left. We have John Doe, Amos Austin, it's not too bad, and John Doe. Um, our last action is going to be, there's not really much we can do, it's going to whip it out now. Spring 1865. Tell you what, there's a nice little contract available. 1 season, $5. Repair lock gates for Seano Canal, 4 expertise. So let's do that contract. Why not? So it's a $5 contract for 1 season. And we need to put 4 expertise up there. So we'll just go up there. So purchase order, recruit, contract. Sick bay. So we roll a guy for this sick bay. Then you don't roll a 1. You want even number, so you put it out to sick bay. 2. So he's cured. So safe, healed. The event of spring 1865. General Grant's army breaks through the Confederate defenses at Petersburg. Lee's rebel army is cornered and battered at the Battle of Five Fork soon after. With the South Side Railway in Yankee hands, last rail supply line into the city, Richmond Falls, game over. Really? If you have a prize pending for next winter turn, you gain it now. Bring it in. But and he's not that's the I don't get that. So the game ends in 1865. Oh, it actually is. Because after this page, so that is blockade wins goes to the blockade. So yes, that's it, game over. The US side has won. Looks like the entire Confederacy is fallen. So there we go. So as you can see, it's the first time I played the US Navy because I didn't realise the game ended in spring 1865. But it has. So now we see how well we did with our one training mission. Outcomes. The game ends at the conclusion of the spring 1865 season. If you change sides during the game, use the USA outcomes section and not CSA outcomes. If you still have contract and the calendar at game end, you earn their income for one season. There you go. So you go from 7 debt. Where are we? So -2. When the game ends, determine the outcome by working through the next 3 pages. The game portrayed the war through the lens of your small team, glimpses of a larger context. Okay, there's a 3-step process and must be conducted in the proper order. Start with step 1, legacy, step 2, effectiveness, and finish with step 3, prospects. Given track, steps 1 and 2 of outcomes requires you to record the number of successful missions and their type. That's not going to be hard to do. As steps 2 and 3 require you to remember the number of times your fish boat was lost. Okay. So it looks like that delivery token that we were using was not actually for purchase orders, it's for the delivery type mission. I think there is a token somewhere. I just don't know where it is. So legacy. Note the number of successful missions you completed. So we completed 1 successful training mission. Do not count training missions, so that's a big fat 0. For example, to destroy the ship, each row corresponds to a mission type. So we achieved 0 laurels for that. None. Terms like Fishboat and Infernal Machine, exotic ghosts of the Confederacy's war against the Union, vanish at the end of the 19th century. So basically, we left no legacy whatsoever. Step 2, effectiveness. Find the row corresponding to the total laurels from step 1, which is 0. Find the column corresponds to the number of lost results, which is 1. The effectiveness ratio is found at the intersection. Okay, so we got an E. The plowshare replaces the sword. The inept devices of the war are now improved upon by pale divers. Effective grade E. I'm not sure what that's. I'm not going to read the ones above that because we might get to that in the future. Prospects. I'm pretty sure that effectiveness is one. Okay, to determine which row to use on the prospects table, subtract the number of lost results from mission successes. So our lost results include training missions, bad luck of it. Just 0 or less, yeah, so -1. A mission success is a mission where you achieve the objective. and every $20 that remain in your funds is one advancement. Okay. If you have debt, deduct one advancement. So net successes. So this is basically a F. And an F, a machine just like the one the Navy said never worked. Yes, I appreciate your confidence. Just need more cash for materials and good men, eh? The banker puffs a cigar. Phosphorus. Good day to you, sir. So we got the worst possible result with the F. Here we got an E. And here we got a none. So not quite the worst we could have done because we could have got an F or N here. So that was the Infernal Machine full campaign playthrough. It sort of went downhill a bit once we swapped styles. We had that. This drift intensity when on the missions makes a big difference. And let's do a toe check as well. And our dice rolls just weren't going for us. So that's Infernal Machine by GMT Games. Coming up on the channel, if I can reach it, we are going to be looking at the Guerrilla Generation. Still sealed. Solitaire suitability is a 7. So stay tuned if you want to see some of the Guerrilla Generation. But that's going to be it for tonight. So have a good night and follow if you want to see more GMT and the other games.